Do you mind?
We won 65 minutes, 10 against 11, 2 days later to play in Anfield. So I was so happy. I said to the journalist, I was so happy to our victory. Important victory because drop points against Burnley would have been so difficult for our future. And after what happened, the players showed me many things. Sometimes I was wrong about my players. Sometimes I want more of them. Sometimes I'm so demanding. And they show me how good they are, how special they are for me and for the team, for the club.
Where is Manchester City?
I said in the interview that I'm not going to training when I will have 60 years old. But guys, I have 45. First one, second one. No, believe me, BBC, I have 45. So I'm not going to retire in 2-3 years. I love my job. And I am at a perfect place to do my job. So, especially here in England. So I have 45. I'm not going to train in 60 years because I want to do something else in my life. Not. I started playing football young. When I was a young guy, all my career was on the pitch, and I want to do something else in my life. But now in the next 3, 4, 5, or 6 or 7 years, I said to 60, 65, I said in the interview, I'm not going to training. Of course, maybe it was inappropriate to say I'm starting to say goodbye on my career. Maybe it was inappropriate, but I know I'm thinking about I'm going to retire. No.
And the second thing is then, where is Manchester City compared to Manchester United? Because the way it was written is that you're far behind Manchester United.
Yeah, but because in terms of titles, in terms of the history, for the Manchester City fans, Manchester City is the most important thing, and always that remains. When I say to compare about the history and the titles about Liverpool, United, Barcelona, Madrid, and these kind of clubs, we are behind. And the people don't understand that. Okay, I'm sorry, but I am talking. The moment I am taking in charge, I am in one club like Manchester City, or before in Barcelona, or before in Bayern Munich. In that moment, for me, is that the most important thing in my life, to try to help them to getting better. That is my job here. But when we compare the titles in the last 20 years, about Manchester United did in the last 20 years, not in the last 3 or 4 years, because in the last 5 or 6 years, I think Manchester City is the best club, the club who most achieve more targets or getting better or grow the most. I think it's one of the best in the world. I have more problems to make that game here, but it's normal. It's part of the process, said many times. But I am not here to change or anything. I said many times I'm here to adapt the way, but sometimes it's difficult to understand what I see in the other games, the criteria, this is yellow or red card, and this is yellow and not red card, and why sometimes it's fault and sometimes not fault. That is what I have to learn when I said many times. But also my history. Of course, sometimes I spoke about the referee, but believe me, few times.
Some managers take the opportunity in the FA Cup to rotate their squad. Will you go with your strongest?
No.
You go with the strongest lineup?
We play against West Ham away after what happened in the last game with them. So I will try to win that game. It's a Premier League team and in a way, so tough, and we're going to try to continue that competition.